Modern Horizons 3 is really starting to run into some big problems with orders being cancelled. Do you remember the reason why you pay for a pre-order? A pre-order is supposed to make sure that you get the product on the day of release. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thank you again for hanging out with me on my channel today. Now, a reminder before we start today's video and get into the meat and the bone of what's going on, that if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell and you'll see my content every single day. And thank you for everyone who takes the time to subscribe, because it helps us get closer to that grand goal of course, 50,000 subscribers. So what is going on right now is a little bit embarrassing. I'm not sure this is actually Wizards of the Coast's fault as much as it is an LGS who didn't order enough copies. But yes, just like Fallout, we are having orders canceled. And I mean the Commander decks. Now, for many players out there, and a lot of my friends, Modern Horizons 3 should be Modern, not Commander, but we know Commander touches us in special ways every day. And it branches out almost, it's everywhere. Okay, I'm not going to get into the just playing down what this game is, but at the same time, we know Commander infects every single part of the game in some way now. So if you have Commander decks that interest you as a player, and you want to get your hands on these Commander decks, you did the pre-order. You said, you know what, $300 Canadian for these decks, that sounds like a pretty good deal. Now I don't have to worry about it. Or do you? Because that's the crux of the matter, isn't it? You paid for a pre-order. They took your money. And now you're finding out your order is being canceled. Yes. Yes, sorry, you can't have what you wanted. Yes, you paid us for it, but here's back your money. Here you go. Now, why are orders being canceled? What is going on? And yes, it is sort of what's happened with Fallout in the past when we had a whole bunch of those things being canceled as well. So, from what I get, a whole bunch of players pre-ordered a whole bunch of boxes. Now, this is local, even on TCG Player, some other sites I'm hearing of it. And the stores didn't order enough copies, or their allocation numbers are not gonna cover what they've actually allowed to be pre-ordered through their stores and websites. So now you have to find out, who am I going to cancel? Who's not getting the product? And it's going to be quite a few people. Now, what does this mean going forward? Well, some stores are still going to have some, absolutely. But that doesn't mean you yourself are going to get a copy of what you want at release. But that, again, doesn't mean it's going to sell out. The real fear I'm getting from a lot of players right now is the idea that this product is going to jack up in price. That there are going to be cards like the Planar Nexus that are going to drive value a lot higher on these decks. And that means they're all going to spike up and not really come down in price. Now, there's nothing stopping a reprint of the Commander decks. There's nothing saying there's not going to be a second or third wave of these 6-12 months from now. So really, players should kind of have a little bit of comfort in knowing that these products will come back around again. And, from what we've seen in the past, the price of these products will actually gear down. They will cost less over time as the popularity of Modern Horizons 3 waxes and wanes, which means you actually could save money in the long distance. But right now, let's face it, it's FOMO. I want it now. That's why I pre-ordered it. I don't want my order canceled. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth when a store cancels your order and you're not thinking about the future if you're going to be saving $30-40. I want it now. I'm not worried about the $30-40. I want all the decks I ordered. I want them now so I can enjoy them, play with them, augment them, be creative with them. And I can understand that. I can actually get behind that. And you'd think that stores would be more capable of covering their pre-orders. But at the same time, if they ordered 16 and then the distribution calls you and says, oh yeah, you've only, or the website tells you, you may have ordered 16, you're only being approved for 12. And you're like, I sold 16. You got to go back and cancel? It's embarrassing. I know some stores, actually I know a lot of my stores, didn't even take pre-orders. They didn't take any. They've kept it off the website until it arrives at their building. Until I have it in hand, I'm not selling anything. Now, that again is to stop them from having the mistakes of pre-ordering like this, but it's also in case things get jacked up. that they can market at the higher price and not feel too horrible about jacking up during the whole increase process. They can wait for it to be in hand before doing it. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game, and canceled orders is something that's really starting to irk the player base who have now gone through this 2 or 3 times. This is not the first time we've had it in the last 12 months. It's not going to be the last, because we have the more constricted print run process where Wizards is scaling back on the print runs. It is leaving stores to kind of guess what they're going to get. They're not going to front load a lot of income that they've saved up into these products for fear of having it hang out on the shelves. The margins have never been tighter, but that's why we have the pre-order. So I really feel bad for players who are going to have their orders canceled, and I think it's going to get worse. I actually think this is going to carry on a little bit further than people realize, and over the next several weeks, these first waves are probably allocation cuts where the store's not going to get as many boxes coming in, and then you're going to see the second wave, which could be everything from the collector boxes through to the specialty ones of the commander decks. So just be prepared, because we don't know how Wizards of the Coast is playing this and trying to build on FOMO and hype, a little bit of tinfoil hat theory, but the actual canceled orders are real. So although we don't know what will happen with collector boxes, we don't know what will happen with the special edition commander decks, we do know orders are being canceled. We know that it's going to continue for the next little while, and it might get a little bit worse as bigger stores cancel, refund your money, and jack up prices. So shop smart, shop smart, be aware of who you're shopping with. Go with an LGS you trust to stick by their word and make sure they're not going to mess you over in the short run, and you're actually going to get the product you pay for. Hopefully you have a good relationship with your LGS and they're not going to do that to you. I have not heard it from any of the stores I deal with where they haven't had to cancel orders. But again, as I stated earlier, a lot of the stores aren't posting them up. A bigger store like Face to Face Games, Harry Tarantula, or you're going to see places like 401 Games, they're not going to have those issues, but it doesn't mean they're going to ship everywhere. And at the same time, they are the stores that will jack up prices if they see the cards are going up a lot in value. They're going to jack it up as the pre-order process is going. You need to be aware of that. One day it could be $2.99, tomorrow it could be $3.29, then it could be $4.09, then it could be $4.69. That's the problem with things, right? That's just the way it is right now in the Magic world. It's horrible, but it's the way it's going to play out. So let me know in the comments section, are you having your pre-orders canceled? Have you gone through some shenanigans with what's been going on with Modern Horizons 3? Even before we know all the cards, orders are getting canceled. If you're one of those people, share that with everyone in the comment section. Join the conversation. Let me know what's going on out there. I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch the video today. And of course, I will see you all tomorrow with another video. And yeah, I got Deadpool on. I can't help it because we're getting closer to the release of Deadpool and Wolverine. Off topic, I realize, but I just felt the need to say it. Guys, have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow with another video. Hopefully not about people's orders being canceled. A big shout out and thank you to all the fantastic patrons we have supporting the channel each and every day. Because of the patrons supporting the channel, we get to do daily uploaded content for everyone to enjoy. So a big shout out and thank you to my regular patrons, my YouTube membership members, and all the amazing viewers out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Shop smart, shop smart. Welcome back to the Ramble Jamble. You are here at the end, my friends. And yeah, I'm sorry that orders got canceled. I know it's a real letdown for a lot of people out there, but I know the allocation numbers have been slashed at a lot of stores. I know stores who ordered, let's say, the special collector bundles, and they're getting like 2 instead of like 12. I know some of the collector boxes, they ordered 6, they're getting 3. So I know things are a little bit messed up right now. I'm not sure if it's distribution or if it's Wizards of the Coast or somewhere in between, but it looks like we're in a little bit of fluctuation on how the allocations are working out right now. And I know stores that actually ordered less on purpose and their orders got cut even more. So they may have ordered, 3 collector boxes, they're getting 1. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But having commander decks canceled is a little bit weird for me because I think the commander decks will come back around. They'll get reprinted, especially if they're popular. Wizards isn't going to pass up if they got money on the table. They're going to want to cash in on that. But nobody likes to wait. When the excitement builds right away, you want to be one of the first people to play with it. I understand that kind of hype, FOMO, and fear of missing out, and the idea you want to play with it right away. I feel bad because when you get orders canceled, it's the worst thing. You wait in line, and you find out that they sold out, and you're like, I have a pre-order ticket. Yeah, sorry, that's not here till tomorrow. You're like, I want to go home and play Halo 3 right now. And you don't get a chance. It drove me insane when that happened to me. And although I've only had 1 or 2 pre-orders canceled in my entire life, I think some of it was for like Battle for Zendikar, it was a real letdown. And I didn't shop at that LGS. They actually went out of business. What was that, Million Comics in Toronto? Yeah, it was a letdown, man. It was harsh to deal with because you're like, I need to have these cards. I want to play with them. I want to do stuff. And being told, I advanced you the money to make sure I would get the product, and now I'm not getting the product. That's just going to set some people up. It can be triggering. It can be triggering. So either way, hopefully it works out for people. Thanks again for hanging out. Thanks for being here on the channel today. I don't know what else to say. It's just one of those things you're like, anyway, but you know what? The good news is we're here and we're together. We're going to be okay, and we're going to have a good time playing some Magic in the meantime. So, Modern Horizons 3 more spoilers will come, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be. Guys, thanks again for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. Shop smart, shop S smart. And remember, guys, as I walk off the screen here,